Hey, relax. Let me just take care of some things. That should be good. Now we just go through. Okay, should be good. Hello, guys. Not too early. Hello, guys. We are going to do some Tabletop Simulator today. If you have been around, you saw us play this game in December. And hey, Saint Sia, how you doing? And I thought it'd be a good idea to remake the Game of Life, but make it much harder. So we're going to discuss some of the ideas I've had. Basically, the main idea is you have 3 death tokens, and the first one dies, ends the game, and then you do the tallying up. There's different pads. Let's see if I can load that up without leaking too much. Yeah. So there's going to be different pads you can take to go around the board, giving you different choices on what you want to focus in life and everything. Then there's going to be jail, education, recovery, and bankruptcy, different career paths, so a lot of different things. How are you doing, Saint Zio? Yeah, everything's good. Okay, so let's create a single player for right now. And I believe I have the Game of Life somewhere. I don't see it. I'm alright, just taking it easy. I'm a little tired, but we're gonna be doing good stuff. I'm just gonna kind of really take this opportunity to explore like how this game worked, like from a system perspective. So like these I know, these are just cards and books and tires and money. But I'm really curious on how that works. So let's unlock some things. Ah, invisible tires. Special. Okay. That answers my question. Yeah, it was just an invisible tire they just shoved here so that when you hover over it, it tells you what it does. Cool. Thanks for that. Okay, see you next time. um, so okay. So I think we have the answer then that I was looking for. So let's try to do it. Are you at the point where you want to assemble the game? I'm at the point that I want to see what the assembly process will be. So let's go. Nope. Games. How do I create a new one? Okay, back to the main menu we go, I guess. Actually, I do like what they did there too. How are they doing these like jet out tables? Yep, just other tires. I need to just learn that everything's just more tires. Okay. Easy. Yeah, we can do that. That's easy. We can do this. And I'm guessing these are just fancy models. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the main menu. Create. We're gonna create a single and custom. I don't want to create a custom deck. I don't want to create a custom board. Oh yeah, I can just do it all here. Okay. So I think an octagon table would actually feel better. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Now how do I get components from another game? Oh, I have to save the objects, I guess. Because I do like the bands. So I think this is gonna be. Oh wait, I know what I do. I just kind of. Can I just work on the life one? This is gonna be me asking a bunch of questions and then figuring out the answer. Okay, so if we went in here and then went to tables and went octagon, it sort of worked. um, sort of kind of worked. Can I change the size of the table? Those are the rules. That's cool. Options. Info. Sure. Game life, game, complexity, playtime, work. Okay. Server. That's me adjusting other things. Grids. Permissions. Okay, that allows me to turn on and off permissions. Lighting, physics. That lets me change the physics. Hands, turns. Allow an easy way to keep track of players' turns. Oh, that's nice. That is a nice feature that I need to remember is there. Game keys. Okay, so I don't think there's a way for me to adjust the board size. Turn to Sirlegna turn to split in half via mitosis. No, I'm good. I do have the candy here though. I do have the bags of candy. If that comes to pass, but okay. So was it just rectangle? Okay, so rectangle gives a bigger table. Square is smaller. I think rectangle is just the biggest in the general sense. That's small. We've tried octagon. Ooh, round is close, but not close enough. Poker. Poker is not what we want either, but we tried rectangle. Round glass. Round glass is a big table, but nothing. Oh, it's custom rectangle. Um, Custom rectangle is bigger. Like I feel like we're gonna need a somewhat big table. Custom square is smaller. Okay, so let's just reset this. How do I I guess I can just load it up again. Games, workshop, life. Okay. So there's a couple of things I would like to do. Is one, let's try to customize this and see if I can maybe get the Discord image I have. I copy that link and just paste it in here. It does! Look at that! That's actually relatively a good size, too. The spinner I would like to implement better. I've seen better spinners, so yeah. Oh, that's a lot of pieces, isn't it? Mm, nope. Nope. That is the board, though. There we go. Um, okay. Uh, lock. Oh, is there? No, they're all here. Man, it's gonna be annoying, but yeah, I can't. Should we go with our own? And then I just have to copy and paste and hop between it. I think you need a spinner with a button that applies a random amount of force. I was thinking that I kind of do like the die idea though, but let's just start with a new game. Let's games, classic, custom. Sure, we're about to change everything on this, so delete the board, delete the pieces, delete the die. Okay, so now we're at a empty board or empty table. Now we want rectangle, that gives us the biggest size. I found manual spinners consistent that manually spinners consistently get the same number over and over again. Doesn't feel random enough. I was thinking that. I was thinking also you could have like a little die tower that you drop the dice in. I saw. I was researching it while working. Don't tell my boss that. I was researching. I saw one where it's like a little cannon that would like shoot dice across the table. But okay, so we need a board. That's what we need. So components, board, custom board. Right there we'll go. Import. We already proved that I can just do this for the time being. And that actually looks not centered. That looks a little bit more centered. Okay, so that's the board. Let's see what we can do. I'm scrolling on my document and scrolling the game. Okay. So I need, yes, I'm going to need a couple of things. First, I need death tokens. Is there an existing component that would work as good death tokens? Like, it really doesn't need to be death tokens, but we have tokens. We have die. We have figurines. Go. We have go pieces, marbles, miscellaneous. I kind of, I kind of like the idea of death tokens being a bowl. I don't like what those look like. I do like the idea of like there just being a bowl that collects all the death tokens. None of those look deathy enough. Pawns, no. The Living Dead, but those aren't tokens. And then that's that. Okay. So I like the idea of a bowl to put your death tokens in if you almost died. So let's lock that. And let's save. Oh, how do you save things? I'm very happy. There it is. Save. Um, sure. We'll call this Sorel's Game of Life. I also did some research of the Game of Life. Apparently, the original Game of Life was not very friendly either. So, okay, I want to get the Game of Life's vans and stuff. So let's go here and just start ripping out things we definitely want and need. Okay, so I need one of you guys. Save object. Um, van. I need, I guess, one of you guys. Wait, which one are you? You're little peeps. So let's save this as little. Um, let's save this as well. This will be big van. Let's save this as well, just so that we have it. Extra wood. Okay. And then are you the big guys? Yeah, you're the big guys. So let's save you guys as well. Yeah, you'll be fine. Okay. And then we should save these invisible tires. Because those are going to be complicated as well. I think that's all we really need to save. I'm going to make my own money. I'm going to make my own insurance stuff. Calculator's free. I could save these buildings, but I don't think that's needed. I think I'm just going to make my own of these, and these are different ruler sets. So I think we're good there. So let's go back to my game now. Nope. Load, yes. Okay. We didn't get the life tokens I was thinking of, but okay, now we can go to saved objects, and we got things we can use. So we can grab the vans, we can grab the people, we can grab the actual. There you go. And we can grab the invisible keys, maybe. There you go. Oh, these invisible pieces are annoying. Okay, undo, undo. Okay. Um, invisible piece right there. Oh, found it. Cool. Let's unlock it. Whoopsie. Yeah. Okay. Let's unlock it. And that's good. Let's delete this. And let's save this one. How do I save this one? There we go. Invisible title. That's not the title I want, but that's fine. Now I at least can hover over and see what I'm looking at. What's the name of the game? I don't know. Do you have a good suggestion? There we go. Okay. So now let's save this one as well. Can I just do extra wood and it just, yes, overwrite. Thank you. Okay, cool. So now we got that. I think the board's eventually going to need to be a little bit bigger. The game of Strife would be decent if you're going for a direct parallel to the game of life. Yeah. So let's do a test. I don't think there's going to be that many times that people are going to be on the exact same square, but I don't like that this pins to itself. Let's clone and make 3 copies. There we go. So 1, 2, and you can kind of squeeze 3 in there. Yep. And I think that's fair. Like, sadly, the start of the game, there's going to be a lot of people, but 3 per tire seems like a fair size. So, okay. Let's unlock this guy so that I can easily remove him. Let's unlock this guy and unlock this one. Okay. Guess the little peeps could be right up here too. The Game of Strife. I think that'd be a fair title. Okay. This board can kind of sit here for now. Okay. And really, all of these things can kind of sit at the same time just there. Okay, so that's that. We need death tokens. Let me save this. Can I undo that? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Creating for the game life that hasn't been used before. Wow. I am quite shocked on that. Save game. Sure Elves Game of Life. Save. That is annoying as all get up, but I at least know that's that one, so we can delete this. Oh, I could overwrite it that way. Okay. Cool. So we need to find a death token. I need to open up Steam. I mean, I guess we don't need to use Steam. We could technically find one on the internet, but why not use Steam and see what they have? What's in the workshop? What if I search death token in the workshop? Um, kind of like these. I kind of like the gravestone specifically. Let's subscribe and see what these look like. Use your own image for the tokens. Right click custom. Uh, it counts even if you save or hit undo redo. Right click the token. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the gravestone. Any thoughts? Kind of digging the gravestone. Either graves. I think gravestone's number one. Yeah, we're gonna save the gravestone, and I'll bring that into mine. Um, Load. So let's get some death counters. Oh yeah, that didn't carry over. Okay. Now, can I? There's a way to rotate it. I don't want to rotate it that way. I want to rotate it like. It's sad. I like watched videos explaining how to like change these things. I want to like. That's closer. Nope. I just want to like set it up. Nope. That is the exact opposite. Ah, so close. Come on. Don't be like that. No! Okay. I think I'm just gonna figure out how to rotate in. Yeah, let's open up Chrome real quick. Um, Tabletop Simulator rotate vertically. Third axis of rotation. Art while rotating. Okay. Let's see if that works. Art. Nope, that's not what I want. Cool though, but art just rotates it between N flat, bottom left of the tours. Oh yeah, there it is. Rotate. There we go. Like that. And then like we just need to position you up, which would be this way. Yeah, good enough. Ah, dang it. Okay, it's just gonna have to be flat. um, so really these tables need to be jutted out, and then that will be that. There's the debt token. We don't need the bowl anymore, I guess. Can I change the colors of this? If I choose color tint and go with like my blue. Kinda, sorta. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. Can I like brighten it? Brightness. 100%. I think that would be that. It's not perfect, but I think we could use it. Okay, so we have that, we have that, we have that. So now we just need a really nice spinner. So let me overwrite this. And then let's look for a really nice spinner. I would like it between 1 and 10. Uh, board games, play items, scripts, automation, components, I guess would be the thing I'm looking for. Kinda. Let's try this one. What's the worst that that one can do? Okay. Info, yep. I want the wheel to function the same way as dice, so instead of using the flip tool, you just use the R. Yeah, that's nice. Life, death. Life, death. Okay. There also seems to be an issue with randomness where when a lot of flick power was applied. Instruction, right click the empty wheel, change the picture to a custom, right click the wheel again and add a pointer. Click mod and change the rotation to fit your spinner. So right click, change image, then add a pointer, and then I just need to go to modding. Where's modding? I don't see. I see scripting. Imagine this, and then change the rotation values. Nope. Yep. Hey. Okay, so this is just calculating from angles. This isn't too bad. I could do this. I think this is fair. You may need to make one. Oh no, I think we found one that works. I mean, I might have to make an image between 1 and 10, but like it, it's it it's a working model. Now it's a spinning model. Yeah, I think that's fine. You just hover over it, hit R, just like you'd roll a dice. Let's save this. Let's go back. Okay. Objects, components. Nope. Object save objects. Spinner. We could put the spinner here, I guess. And then we just add a pointer. And it just works. Nice. And again, we could update an image to get this working exactly how we want it. Okay. This is coming together a lot faster than I expected. Okay. So we kind of are at the point where I just need to create images, I guess. Because your your turn would be spin the wheel. It goes, you get a 1, and then you just move your token up to the place you're gonna be. I need to put a bunch of invisible tokens to explain everything and move that. So what would that be? That'd be I'd have to go into zones. Nope. Nope. How do I see people's hands? There we go. So I just need to move this to a position for white and basically do the same thing over and over again. Whoop! Bye bye! Okay, let's go freehand. Get this back to being mostly leveled. There we go. And then I think I just need to lock it and then go into the gizmo. Yeah, there we go. So now we can just go, oh my gosh. Thank you. Grab that and then dump this down. Really, I don't need it to be down all that much. It can just be like right there. Why is it tilted? Why is it rotated 180? There we go. Flat. There we go. Because I think I'm going to delete hands. You don't need hands in this game. I don't think. Like you can just have it where everyone has their own little personal table to put things on. So then I should be able to copy, clone, and kind of put one here and put one here. I find hands to be pretty glitchy. Yeah, I think hands are not the right play for this game. Um, okay, now we go into this and just clean it up a little bit. There we go. This one, clean it up. There we go. Hmm. You know what? I think the people on the edge get the corners. They deserve the space. Go, and then we pour this down a little bit. There we go. And that should still show names and stuff, but then I can delete the hand, I believe, and that will hide the other stuff of those. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks clean. So now I believe I go to hands and I can just, I think I can just delete it, right? Nope. Okay, so hands do show the name. So I do need the hand, I believe. But I then need to adjust the hand. How do I adjust the hand? I just, nope. Okay. So there's like a certain distance. I guess I could just bring the hands really high up. 500 messages. Wow. What? That's an insane number. You can't even reach. Can't even. That is an insane number. Can you even reach impossible goals now? I think you can. I still can't get over how bad my streamer brain wants to bring what was back during Trivia and Clue. Ah, it's all fine. It is all fine. What if I scale it? Can I just like make it really tiny? Like, yeah, it looks like I can just make it really tiny. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I'll just take these and scale them down to like 0, 0, 0. So everyone will have a hand. Everyone can see a hand or see their name, but their hand object will not be a thing. And that would be nice. Yeah. Because I don't think there's a need for secret. This needs to go down a little bit. Come on. Nope, wrong one. There we go. There we go. Yeah. And then we could set the death token on each table. So we could have it where like the death token would be maybe right there. I don't like that these are checkerboards. I won't go into details while you're streaming, but I'm going to be able to have fun again in about a month. Nice. Congrats. Okay. I don't like that these are checkerboard tables because checkerboard tables have like points to lock things on. Um, can I guess I could go custom boards, and then if I were to just unlock this, flip it. They're a little bit bigger, but I think they'll be fine. Let's lock this one, and then we'll start figuring out if these actually will be fine. Copy position. Face position. No. No, it's not that easy. Of course not. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think I like that idea better. Everyone can bring this up a little bit, back a little bit, and then just down a hair so that we can see the other one. There we go. And then this one, I can't delete from it, but I can go here and then delete. It gives you bigger birds too. So I think this is the better design anyways. It gives us a bigger board and everything. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do. I want to be able to flip it. You won't let me flip it. Because then people can put their own images and stuff on it if they so choose. Because I believe I can set that as an option. Permission, contextual drawing, zone line, nudging, combining, decals. Okay, maybe I can't make it where you put your own image on it. Okay, so we're just flip it again. I thought I could make it where you could load whatever image you'd like on it, but apparently not. So we're gonna make it a little bit smaller, and you can at least draw on it. There you go. And we just do that all the way around. I just realized I kind of screwed myself by doing this in these orders, but that's fine. We'll just clone it and put it approximately there. Shame you're not into Monster Hunter. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that is a shame and it kind of sucks. Okay, change colors. I want to be red. We want to go into details like this. Drop this down, pour this up, move it forward. There we go. Yep, that looks about right. We all like what we like. I just like having people to play with. I agree. I mean, that's one reason why I play with black so much is like it makes things easier. Okay, let's go to orange now. This is the point where I like messed up by setting the hand so early. But I think these bigger tables will be nice in the sense that like when you're shuffling your money, you're not going to be on top of each other. Ooh, that's going to be problematic. Um, Hopefully, it doesn't keep asking me what image to bring in. We'll find out. Okay. We need a copy, or not copy, clone. And then this is going to be somewhat problematic in the sense that these are bigger than the table. But if we just give it a nice little gap, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. It looks a little wonky, but and it kind of can be just mimicked. Um, let's clone. We'll put one right about there. And then it needs to be about on the other side of this. So it'd be right about there. This one's going to have same gap there. And then these are going to be across from each other, like right there and right there. I really hope I don't have to keep doing that every time. And we can bring this down a little bit, bring this down a little bit, down a little bit, and down a little bit. Okay. That looks good. Yeah. And then these death tokens can kind of sit in the corners, I'm thinking. And then we can just color code them to the appropriate seat. So this one will be white. And we just lock that. I gave my little sister a physical copy of Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate for the Switch, so I'm hoping I can play with her eventually. Okay, that's nice. Hopefully she's close to the ability to play it and you didn't like give it to a toddler and was like, hopefully you'll eventually be here. Okay. I think we just copy and paste and I'll clean it up later. So that's not good. That's not where this should be. Oopsie. Whoa. Oh, that's not a good sign. I might have to put some like blank image or something. There we go. Yeah, good enough. Okay. Um, Clone. There we go. We'll put one here. Put one here. 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 Here, and here. I think that will be good. And then we just need to do a bunch of rotations. This would be 90. Imagine this would be 90. Yep, cool. This will be 0. Yeah. This would be negative 90. Or in other words, 270. And here will also be 270. And just for irritation on my end, this is going to be 180. And this is going to be 180. Okay. Now the fun part is remembering red, orange, yellow, green. I like macadamia cookies. What's yours? What's your taste of fancy? Red, orange. White. Yellow. I think we said this one's green, right? I think that is such a slight difference. Yeah. Okay. Blue, purple, pink. Uh, Blue, purple, and finally, but not least, pink. There we go. The least subtle of all the differences. So that's good. Okay, so then we can grab these cars and kind of place them. I'm thinking something like this. Have them kind of that way. Yeah, I think that would be fine. And we'll just do our clone. And then we'll color them up. Can I rotate the clone? No, of course not. Of course not. That'd make it too easy. There we go. Let's do this one. There we go. Now, I would love to see if I can script this so that these match the cards on the car on the table. But if I can't, not the end of the world. There we go. I like white chocolate, macadamia, peanut butter, ginger snaps, the most. Yeah, up at work, we have a what's the word? Cookie competition every year for the holidays. Okay, this needs to be red. This can be locked. No, I tell people you don't want to have my cookies. I don't know how to cook that well. This will be yellow. This will be locked as well. This will be green. Locked. This will be blue. Unlocked. This will be purple and locked. You don't want to make cookies out of gusher fruit snacks? No, not particularly. Again, I would be hesitant of offering somebody else. Okay, that's pink. And this is pink. And I never have to remember these colors again because the cars will tell me which color I'm looking at. Okay. I don't know how to bake either. Yeah. Okay. Let's clone this car real quick. We'll put it up here in case somebody wants to duplicate their car. If they're really wanting to make sure it matches the number of cars they have. Copy that. It's not locked. We'll have it. Right there's not really that bad of a place. We'll do the same with the little car. Actually, we'll do the same on this side for the little car. Yeah. And we'll turn this one gray as well. There we go. And then these are little peg people, so they can go next to this car. And these are, oopsie. Okay, why are you not? There you go. These are big peg people, so they can sit next to that car. That looks good so far. Let's get all these up to 3. Like, I don't like that these aren't tokens, but I think these will be relatively easier to manage than having 3 tokens. Yeah. Will there be need for calculators? I'm hoping not. So one of the things I wanted to do is when we do the cash, have it where the cash can be flipped over to count as debt. So it's easier to manage that without the need of calculators. So like one side of cash will be cash and the other side will be a loan of the same value. Oopsie. Why are you not spinning anymore? There we go. I like this spinner too because it tells you what it's on as well. Let's lock that. Oh, it can't be? Oh, there you go. I have just hover over the actual spinner portion, and it's like, oh, it's 6. Okay, so I think we are good on that. This is actually coming along very nicely. 1 hour in, and basically we're at the point where I need to just start making all the stuff. First one to die ends the game. Section tires are broken into that. 11 would be family. So this is your family tire set. 13 would be career. This is your resilience, and then this is relaxation. 6 is the jail, so this is the jail cell. 10 is education. 8 here is the recovery, or whenever you have too much stress. I need stress pointers. And then 12 would be bankruptcy. So we need stress counters. Let's see. If I were to go in and just see what components we have. I kind of want to use this, but like we've been using custom counters and all that for everything else. That like this would not, it wouldn't feel right. So let's save this and go find that custom counters. Okay, I think it was workshop. Yeah. Can these go up to 100? Yeah. But none of these look stressful. But apparently I can just load my own image on here. So let's save this object. Universal counter. Now let's go back to my game. Yep, okay. I'm gonna have to find a blank image. Give me a second. I'm just gonna look up like a white square. White square PNG. Is there like a Wikipedia? Wikipedia white. Uh, Blank JPEG. Wikipedia file blank. That's close enough. Let's load that into a couple of things here. Hey! Oh, I changed the size though. That's not the end of the world. We might be able to. That's not the end of the world. I'm gonna consider that not the end. It just means I have to adjust some things. No, no, no. We should find a better image. Okay. White is not that. That's a long one. That one looks more square-like. Let's try that. Let's copy this image address. That's not the right file. Yeah, it's not square. I want like a perfectly square block. You know what? When you I need to upload it. No, I'd rather just find one. Blank square JPEG with like open rights. Are you square? No, you don't look square. You don't look square. Can I? Yeah, size. No, I don't care about that. I care about like ratio. As I said, yeah, Creative Commons license. Public domain. That is a square. Can I just copy and paste this image? No, it's yelling at me. I just want the image. Copy image address. Nope, it still does not like it. It's an unknown format. That's lovely, cool. Um, can I do this? Nope. Okay, maybe PNG. Maybe it needs to be a PNG. Hey, you're a square too. Even better. Hey, look at that. It all fits correctly. Nice. We did it. Let's save that. Let's save that so I never have to do that again. Cool. What else what were we doing? Oh yeah, the counter. That was the entire idea of this. Is we need the stress counter. Um, so let's see if we can find public domain PNG of like a brain, cartoon brain, cartoon brain PNG. Yeah, it looks fine. And then it said I can just customize it and do this. That was not a clean PNG. It said it was, but it didn't look like it was. That's not a clean PNG. Are you clean? You look pretty clean. I don't want to edit the image. I just want the image. No, that's a JPEG. I need it to be not a JPEG. Hey, you're a PNG. Copy image address. Nope. I need transparency, guys. Wiki comments. Common wiki. Common Wiki is always a nice one. Let's see. Is Common Wiki gonna save the day? Yay! That looks fine. That looks fine. It's somewhat big and horrendous and bright, but it's fine. Can we scale this down? Something like that. Now this starts at 0. And we're just lock it and copy and paste and all that. Lock. And then clone. Put one there. And we'll put one there. There. And we'll put here. Here. And one here. And last but not least, here. And then we just need to rotate this, which requires us to bring out the rotator again. Let's do 90 if everything's the same. Yep. It'll be 90 as well. This will be 0. This will be 0. This will be 270. This will be 270, and that should be good to go. Okay, so now we have a little stress counter, which that'll be nice. Cool. What else do we need? Points are determined by who has the most money. However, too much stress can end your run prematurely. Yep. Debt can be simulated by flipping the dollar amount on the same amount. Simulating APR by rolling the dice. We still need a 10-sided die, but we could technically use the spinner. Okay. So let's try to see if we can find a good image for the spinner. 1 through 10 spinner wheel. Nope, nope, and nope. So I theoretically will have to make my own. Nope. I mean, I could do that. I could just make it white. We could grab the spinner from the Game of Life. Let's see how bad that looks. If I were to customize this, that doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad at all. Oopsie. Oh, I think I broke it. Add pointer. Yeah, I think that's fine. What's people's thoughts? Anyone who's watching, what's your thoughts? I mean, it's a little flat, but like, I think we can thicken it up a little bit. Does this still spin? No. But if we thicken it up, yeah, everything breaks. Okay. Maybe we can't thicken it up. Yeah, that looks good. So that's, I think that's a fair amount. I'm actually shocked at how fast this is really coming together. So yeah, I think the remaining portion is just getting graphics and making the money and all that stuff. And that's gonna be the more difficult thing. But my idea is we're gonna open up Godot. I'm gonna create like a base image and then build decks of all the money, all the backs, um, and then from there kind of play around with it. Let's see what else do we need. So we got a spinner, we got call, we got death, we got stress. Um, Get can be simulated by roll. Yep. I really dislike the. Oh, there you go. I need career cards. Um, that's pretty much it. Insurance and all that. Oh, and the invisible tokens, but that's gonna come alongside it. So I think we are relatively in a state that like somebody could come here and play this. I mean, we could do the math here. So I think if I grab the rotate, can I rotate this? Yeah. So if I was to go 0, what is that? That is between 1 and 10. Um, let's go into ChatGPT real quick. What am I doing? It's going to be 36. So if I go 0 to 36, that should be pointing to 2. So then it'll be 0 to 36 for 2, 3, so on and so forth. Okay, let's delete this and go into script land. There we go. Spinner. So this is actually like really interesting code, like how easy this is. Okay. So we've determined that this line is 0 and this will be 36. So let's go with that one first. So it starts at 0, ends at 36, and has the value 2. Um, that means 1 would end at calculator time. What's 360 minus 36? 324. So 1 would end at 324 and 360. There we go. And then this would start at 336. 36 plus 36 is 72. 72 plus 36, 108. So this goes from 72 to 108. And then it's 144. And then it's 144 to 180. And that's those values. But then I need to copy pretty much all of these, paste them again, and then we get 7, 8, 9, and 10. These don't have values. 10, 9, 8, 7. So this would be 180. 180 to 216. 216 to 252. 252 to 288. 288 plus 36 is that. Okay. 288. And then this becomes 324. I guess I don't need to save it. Oh, save and play. Do I add pointer now? No, that did not do what I was hoping. Uh, it shows 8, so I'm off by some amount. So 6 is 9. Yeah, something's not 100% here. Okay. 6 is 9. Is it when I go to the script, does it give clear instructions on how to calculate like the angles? You can change the size of the disk with no issues, but the pointer has been calibrated to its current scale. So if you change the scale, the pointer randomness will be affected. Rotational values to fit the spinner. You can compare 3 example spinners to try to figure out how it works. Use Gizmo Tool F8 on the spinner disc to change its rotation. Rotate the spinner until it's at the start value. Oh, that's lovely. Typed in to the Y rotation. Rotate the spinner until it's at the end of the same value. Repeat for steps 2 and 3 for all values. Yeah, so okay, rotate the spinner. So if I go to the spinner and I hit rotate and I go 0, that's there. And then I go 36, that's there. So 2 to 36 should work. But then if I go here, I don't get that. So like if I were to go in here and we go, what is this? This is 2879. And then I go into the script, 2879. Script 2879. So that should be 9. But if we read it, it says 7. Why does it say 7? Okay. We can kind of do it this way, I think. If I do 0 here, what does 0 say? 0 says 9. That should not be 9. So then I go into the script. I go 0 is 9. Why is 0 9? So that's how it's determining the spin. Uh, do, do, do. Value update. Wait for the spinner to stop. Grab rotational. So it gets the rotational Y and it compares it to itself. Okay, that's why. This might be 0 for you, but what is the overarching spinel rotation? There we go. That's why. So 0 was never 0. So 2 is at 4, but it's no longer equal to that. So let's calculate some things and then we'll do the math. Okay. Can I rotate this? Yes. This is at 0. That's at 4. But I need it to be something else. One's going in the wrong direction. So it's like 4 on the dot. So what's 360 divided by 2? 18. So if I go negative 18, that looks like the beginning of 4. And then if I go positive 18, that looks like the end of 4. Okay. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to do the math. It's going to be scripts. Because I'm just going to grab this to ChatGPT and be like, all these need to be offset by 18. And see if ChatGPT can do that. All this code for the angles need to be offset by 18. Let's see if it can just do that. It'd be cool if it does. Yeah, that looks ish. That looks right-ish. Yeah. And then 4 is at 0. So that would be this guy. So this would be 4. I don't know why it's scrolling me down all the way. Okay. Let's close that out and reopen it. Maybe it's confused with the copy paste. Okay. 5, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. I kind of would like this to also be in the same thing. I don't know if it actually has any value, but it just makes my head happy. Okay, so now if we go here and spin it, nope, it's still off. Why? It's off by a lot of things. Okay. Let's just do this. Let's grab a new spinel. Look at that beauty. Okay. Let's make sure the rotation is geared to 0. There we go. And then, okay. So the next thing we did was we customized it with this image. There we go. Now, if we go add a pointer, the pointer should be at 0 as well. Yes. So let's just do this in piecemeal, not trying to do all of it at once. So this is this one, yes. So what is 360 minus 18 and 0 plus 18? So this should be 3, 4, 2, and 18. And this will be the value of 4. So let's do 18 here and 3, 4, 2 here. So now let's see if what we get. How do I remove? We removed it by customizing it and changing the thickness last time. Yep, okay. So I'm curious if I were to do that to this one. Because I think it's maybe the spinner is like off. Oh no, that's a 10. It's not rolling, but it is rotated. That's not. Oh, there's 2. That's promising. How do I? Yeah, okay. I don't want the top part of this because it's not rotating anymore like I want it. And now it's saying 1 and it shouldn't say 1. That's 2-ish. That's 6-ish. That's 4-ish. So yeah, it's working now. Now it's just not wanting to rotate the right way. I like don't want to mess with it, but I think I have to. I have to go like this. Now we can take that off, which I just want to delete. Thank you. And then we should be able to customize this back down to 10. And then add a pointer and see. Okay, I don't know why it took it so long to figure out, but it works, and that's key. So now we can spin as many times as we want, and it will get us the value of the spinner. So let's lock that in and save this. Yeah, the spinner spins, but it's locked. Cool. Let's save this because I have no clue why it wasn't working before, but now it is. The spinners are working, counters are working, tokens are working, right? Yeah, they're tokening. Okay. I think we have a good portion of the game ran up. And like I said, I just have to now make the not easy to search up custom assets. But oh, you know what? I should make these bags. I should make bags. How do I make bags? Not that option. Options. I want infinite bags. Now, can I? How did they make these? Customize. Okay, cool. So nice, nice on my part. This is still locked. Yep. So I should be able to just do a couple of copy paste craziness to get this working. So if I clone you, there we go, and then I want to customize this. Grab this for the model. No. And then customize this for the diffusion. There we go. And then what I would like to do is know what the scale of this is. Oh, that's not what I want. 87 all the way across. So we just go 0.87, 0.87, 0.87 all the way across. There we go. And then we can change the color to be our gray color. There we go. And then I guess I just drop this in here. No. How do I reset the object? Oh. And then I can just put that next to the guy. And now I can grab cars. Yep. Cool. That was actually not too bad. And then we can lock this. And that can be locked as well. And then we do the exact same thing for this guy. But I think I can just clone this entirely and then just scale it up by its original factor, which was 3. And then I grab one of you guys and scale you guys up by 3 as well. And then I go here and reset you. And just whoop. And whenever we need a big car, you can just rip it out. Nice. Let's just get this positioning a little bit better. There we go. So big people, big cars. Let's make everyone gray, just so that we know it's not playable. And then when you grab it, you can change the colors. Let's lock. Let's lock. And then let's just rename this small token. And then rename this to small people token. And we do that to the large as well. Large people token. And large car token. There we go. So then if you're having a growing family, you can grab that, grab this. These tokens are colored. That's not the greatest, but that's fine. Or we can fix that up quite easily. by just grabbing 2 tokens, highlighting them, making them the blandest color of the ward, and then resetting this one and resetting this one. I thought I reset it. There we go. Come on. What? Take the thing. There we go. So now we can pour that out. We can pour those out. Pour cars out. Put people in cars. And we're good. I think that is a good set. So we have all of that. Let's save that up one more time. And then that will be that, really. I was actually expecting this to be a lot harder, but it actually seems to be quite easy. The board, I'll have to do some artwork on to get it to look nice, but it looks half decent now. I still need to do money, still need to do loans, need insurance, all that. Need to make all the career cards and house cards and stuff, but that is going to be working in Godot to make it where quick changes can be done without needing to rehash everything. So I think, yeah, the next objectives I have is just building up the resources, and then life will continue. 10, 8. Any suggestions? I know we haven't done much on gameplay discussion, but gosh, come on, let me grab this. Basically, this is the game of life, but being much more realistic. So at the beginning of the game, no, sorry, the end of the game. Let me make this where it's always on. Option. Nope, that's Stream Deck stuff. There you go. Always on. There you go. So the idea of the game is you start out with your car, and you start out with your little character, and you of course can change it to be colors you so desire. And then as you go through the adventure, you'll make choices. What is it? 11 is family, so family will be up here. 13 will be your career choices. This is your relaxation choices. F will be resilient to prevent negative effects. And you'll go around the board. You kind of can freeform it as long as you keep going down the path you start. So if you go down E and then keep going up E, you can't then go reverse. You have to go all the way around and then come back into the center, and then you can make your choices again. It really is annoying. There you go. So the other things are this 8A is going to be your recovery. So if you get overstressed, you'll land up here and it will prevent you from progressing monetary and other ways. This will be the jail. You'll go up here and you have to do your time. This one is education. This is kind of an optional one, less likely to be forced to, but you have to do education until you get your degree, or until you drop out and you can return back to the main board. And then 12, if bankruptcy, if you happen to run out of money, you'll have to go through this a series of times. You have more debt, more interest tokens than you have salary. You choose this route, all your debts and interest tokens will be removed. The bank will take 50% of anything you would make in external events, and you lose all your properties. So, debt can be flipped. This will simulate interest, and then there's a bunch of career choices that I've come up with. So I think that'll be good. I think I'll just read through some of the career choices. If any of you have any ideas on other ideas to make the game of Stripe more striking, let's see. So tech careers, you got Restart Lackey, Vibe Coder, Crypto Pusher, and then Sentient AI Handler. Health, you have Doctor WebMD, you have Sleepy Norse, Big Pharma Upseller, and God Complex Surgeon. Energy, you have Human Battery, Fracking Apologist, Code Fusion, Code Fusion, Cold Caller, and then Captain Planet Cross. The financial branch, you have ATM Refiller, uh, Excel Color Coder, Ponzi Scheme Architect, Offshore Account Portal. For entertainment, you have Background Tree number 3. You have one season, reality star. There we go. Then no longer a body on a crime show, and then court leader. I kind of wish I can come up with a better one for entertainment of a master degree, but I want that to be like the punny one. Coronary, you have grease temperature checker. You then have source of vitamin or source of volume in the kitchen. Then you have proud parent of sourdough starter, and then you have nutrition. I can't speak worth anything. Nourish, yeah, whatever that word is. Artist. There we go. And then you have for creator / artist, exposure paid, intern, then questionable art commissioner. Why is that saying that's wrong? Yeah, that's because I spelled it wrong. And then you have legal money laundering painter, and then AI protester. Sorry. The athlete, you have coach of your whatever, your old high school. Then you have professional warmer benches, source of cheating supplies, and then business elbow bumper. Law, you have ticket fighter, writer of always agreed upon contracts, ambulance chaser, and then devil's advocate. Politician, you have bot operator, professional handshaker, assistant to scum, and then paint by numbers expert. And then for college, because you could be in college and not have a career, you have 5 career choices I'm thinking of. You have fast food employee, venting bag. You have trust fund baby. Do I know who I am? Do you know who I am? You have You have business clerk, reply all offender. Then you have hobby worker, Etsy shop owner, and then you have labor, pizza, and beer paid. So those are the careers I'm thinking of. Again, if you guys have any suggestions or anything, I would love to hear it. But I think we moved pretty good on this. Again, it's really now just getting the core assets and creating the final rule book. But I think we are nearing the end. Let's see who we're gonna raid into. Any particular people? I'm gonna go to my actual Google. Any particular people you guys would like to raid into? Nope. I need Twitch. And I need to mute myself or else I'll heal myself. I almost did. It almost was Prime. Okay, let's see who's live right now. There's a few people live. We got Stereo talking about doing something in forums, just chatting. We got the Cat Sanctuary. Four doing tabletop RPG. We have Biscuit just chatting. We have Her Faith doing my side. I don't know what that is. We got Monster Hunter Wilds from Tai Chu Tai. We have Phantom Star. We have Dragon Age Inquisition. We have Fortnite, and then we have Stardew Valley. Anyone have any interests going anywhere? If not, I think we might just go to Black real quick because my throat is getting tighter by the second. So I think that's where we will go. Thought I had a quick way to raid things, but I guess I don't. So we're gonna go. Yes, I do. I'm an idiot. It's been a while. I have the raid button right here. I coded that up. The blackened one. There we go. I don't have to type things in. I can just do it. Okay, we're gonna raid into black. It's been a blast, guys. Remember, if you like what you saw, remember to hit the thumb button on YouTube. Right. Yeah, thumb button on YouTube. Yeah, to like the video. Sorry, it's still the beginning of the year. And on Twitch, if you're ever so inclined, you can do a cheer in the same fashion. It just costs a little bit. Um, Other than that, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your week. Next stream will be Saturday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever Eastern Time is right now. And we will be doing Ocarina of Time. We'll be doing the tournament that we started, which is a hardcore Ocarina of Time. If you'd like to join in your streamer, you easily can. There's a cash reward of like $300. The rules are in the Discord and in the pin message whenever I stream it. So that would be good. If you haven't followed, hit the follow button on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, hit the bell via the subscribe button. That will let you know when I'm streaming next. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.